Hello, my marvelous magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of the show. Be your host, Gangstar Magician himself, here to deliver you your message. Except yesterday, I was not here. I took the day off. Actually, I just did. I ran out of time, but no big deal. Everybody needs a day off, you know? Never force. No need to force anything. But just know, I do what I love, and I love what I do. I love being here with you. I do. That is for sure, right? I'll change him like they said, yeah, I can't keep him away. He says, he loves his 8th house crew. They're the best, he says. Magical gangsters. They're number one. They're his number one. Yes, that's true. And that's why we're going to keep aligning our chakras. We're going to keep balancing ourselves. We're going to keep letting out whatever energy is not ours. And we're going to keep going back whatever energy is ours. And we're going to get what's meant for us. That's what we're going to do. And we're just going to believe that's going to happen. Okay? Doesn't happen overnight. Oh well, doesn't happen. Things never happen overnight. They happen, and then one day you're gonna say, "Wow, look at that!" All because I believed. You just gotta believe. That's all. So let's see. What do we got going here? It feels like it's really like hitting that point, like, you know, information overload. I don't think anybody could avoid the situation any longer. Feels like a two of swords kind of situation here. They want to avoid, they want to act like you're not there, but you're very clearly there. Clearly, I see you, okay? You're the best, too. So, whatever. Let's see what we got going on here. See what's in your energy, and then we'll go from there. How about that? How you like that? Alright, so what's in the energy here? God, please and thank you for our divine collective, our favorites, the best of the best. The ones who've seen it all, they've done it all, they've been through it all. Okay, so what do we got? What's in the energy? Please and thank you. Alright, so right off the bat, we got your King of Swords here. The King of Swords sees everything, and the King of Swords has seen enough, okay? Because you are a natural leader who values honesty and integrity and are willing to speak truth to power. That's who you got backing you. That's what Archangel Michael says. He said, I'm a King of Swords, brother. He says, I make decisions with logic and reason. Yeah, they want things done right. That's what this King of Swords said. He's tired of these people fucking half-assing things, like, stealing. He said he's tired of it. He's seen enough. Alright? But he has also seen enough of you in the 7 of Pentacles. He said you're very hardworking. You had a long-term view. You were able to see through this, okay? You have been working hard towards a long-term goal and are now taking a step back to access your progress and adjust your strategy. I trust the natural progression and timing of my efforts and investment. It's all going to work out for you. That's why you just got to believe it. It's all going to work out for you. When? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the game. It's the game of life. We don't know when. We don't know how. We just know, okay? Why ask why is what God tells me. Anyways, why ask why? Why are you so worried about how? What? Just go with it. He said, you trust me? I said, yeah, I trust you. He said, just go with it. I said, all right. What else can I say? No, start fighting, start arguing, start smacking like my leg and stuff, or getting all mad. Like these demons are, like these people, they get all upset when things don't go their way. But you, on the other hand, you have this Knight of Cups energy. You're romantic, you're charming, you're chivalrous. You would never act like this. You have a lot more respect for yourself than these people. Okay, you are a hopeless romantic who is driven by your heart and inspired by beauty and creativity. Yes, you are. We all aren't we all? Okay, I follow my heart and trust my intuition. I follow my heart and trust my intuition. Yes, you do. Okay, because that's what we're gonna do. That's what we do here. That's one of the things we do here. So, what else is it we need to know? What else? You got this King of Swords here with the 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. And now there's a 4 of Wands here. So that's telling me that there's a happy home. There's a milestone. Okay, celebration, harmony. You are experiencing a time of joy and abundance and are surrounded by supportive soul friends and family. Soul family, okay? Yes, you are. We're all here, aren't we? I celebrate and we're in spirit. Remember, we do this as a 5D situation, okay? This is not 3D. I celebrate my accomplishments with loved ones. Yes, you do. Why wouldn't you? What are you going to celebrate it with fucking people who don't love you, like your counterpart? Your counterpart likes to celebrate with people who don't care about them. That's what they are. Fucking dope, But it's all right. They're going to see through this. if they haven't already. What's that? Freaking, what's it called? Ant under my thing. But whatever, I don't care. So just know, because you know why we don't care? Because you're the gangster magician. You're the magical gangster in this situation. Alright? This Four of Wands is here for this magical gangster. Manifesting your desires through focused intention and action. That's what we're doing. We're manifesting through tarot. That's what we do here. Okay? You imagine what this is. You put the people where they're supposed to, and then it goes. Just... that's what it is. You know, I don't tell you, you tell us what it is. You have the tools you need to succeed. You don't need nobody to do this for you, okay? So believe in yourself and take action. That's what the magician told you to tell you. He said, also, I have the power to manifest my desires, this magician said. He said, so do you. The King of Swords has seen enough. This Seven of Pentacles, this, hardworking magician with a long-term view that's romantic and charming. Very chivalrous gangster magician here, who's headed towards his Four of Wands. Ain't that something, okay? And anybody who came up against you or thought that they were gonna, replace you or do something to knock you down, Four of Cups, they're getting rejected. Nobody wants to hear what they have to say. Nobody cares what they have to say. Okay, they said what they had to say about you, and now nobody cares because it's not true. So they just expose themselves as being whatever they are, and that's just a no good, lying cheater. Okay, thief who wanted to destiny swap with you. And the King of Swords has seen enough of this, so this is all good. All good. So anybody who thought that they were gonna, have you rejected? No, they're the ones who are being rejected now. Ain't that something? Who would have thought? Who would have thought little old you was gonna come out of this as the beast from the east, okay? I mean, nobody's seen this coming, but you did. I did. We knew it. They should have known it. They just thought you were crazy. They said, yeah, you're crazy, they said. You can't be, look at them, they said. They're crazy. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're talking about Queen of Wands and reverses and over there. They're a sick person. They don't even know where they're at. That's what they try to say about you. Whatever. That's cool. They can say whatever they want. You don't have to fight. We don't have to explain ourselves to people. Believe what you want. And then when everything works out for us, we just sit there and we say, see, I told you to believe what you want. You believed wrong, because our beliefs matter more than what they believe. We have spiritual authority over these people, so what we believe matters more than what they believe. They just didn't want you to know that. Okay, and we believe that what we believe is better to believe, okay? You best believe, okay, that is the case. All right, so why don't we do a little clarification here? Why don't we elaborate further? See what we got going on. We got the King of Swords here with the Magician. Very romantic, chivalrous, loving gangster magician. Yes, you have, with the Four of Wands. So what else do we need to know? Let's get going here, please, and thank you, God. Cat says, what do you say? What do you know? All right, so we said we don't know. Okay, but here's the thing. What we do know is that there's a Seven of Swords here. Okay, so just understand there was a betrayal here, of course, right? I mean, we knew that from the beginning. We're just trying to get to the bottom of it. We got Chase on the case here. Okay, deception and trickery. You or someone else may be engaging in deceptive behavior or hiding their true intentions. Somebody around you already did this. I mean, we already knew this, but it's up to you now to figure it out. Okay, I consider the consequences of my actions. That's what we have to tell these people. You thought you were going to beat us. You thought you were going to get something out of this. You didn't think you were ever going to have to, pay the consequences. But they do. There's spiritual consequences to this. These people try to sacrifice you to the devil. This is what they tried to do, okay? And they want to act like that's not no big deal. We didn't mean it. It was a joke, okay? That's what they're trying to make it. Because Six of Pentacles, they see you are receiving what's meant for you. They see you are, getting this generous offer. I mean, this betrayal was what, kind of expedited this for you. Because now people are like, oh, well, now we know. Because if these people, why did they do all this? What was the motives? How did you survive all this? Because they had you all being watched, okay? You're being watched, and then they see you survive these things day in and day after. Like, how the fuck are you even surviving? You don't even know half the time. They just want you to just be oblivious. That's why they're just trying to make it like, don't pay attention to them. But it's too hard. They can't. And plus, you're already so intuitive that they can't, nothing they can do. All right, that's why there's a 9 of Cups in reverse here. It's not a wish come true. This betrayal did not lead to a wish come true. The ships are not coming in for whoever this is. Okay, there's a lot of unhappiness here. There's a lack of fulfillment. This devil was promised them about betraying you. They would have got everything they ever imagined. And we always tell these people, what's too good to be true is usually too good to be true. You know, if it sounds too good to be true, and this is like, with these people, I don't even know how they were even able to, like, if somebody came to me and asked me to, like, get me involved with something like this, and I would laugh in their face. That's why nobody ever would come to us, or you know what I mean? Because we're not, like, we would laugh in their face. But these people, they went with it like it was a fucking, you know, like they hit the lottery or something. But they're big shots. They thought they were big shots. They thought they were stepping on this Queen of Wands, okay? Sexiest Queen of Wands. No, didn't happen. You came back, and you came back better than ever. Ain't that something? And these people, they just really believe, like, betraying you, you were just going to just flop and never come back. Or it's too much for you to handle, these betrayals. You would be, you know, crying yourself to sleep every night. Now they're the ones that are crying themselves to sleep while you're being seen as the star of the show. Sexy ass star, Queen of Wands. Magician, gangsta magician. So, I mean, like, cards don't lie. What else do we want? What else do we need to know? So it's not a wish come true over here. With these people, they're not getting what they were promised. That's for sure. These betrayals did not work out. All right, but here we go. It's 7 of Pentacles. We just seen that at the beginning. So you being so hardworking, efficient, you have been working hard towards a long-term goal and are now taking a step back to assess your progress and adjust your strategy. I trust in natural progression in timing my efforts and investments. This is all working out for you. So everything you're doing is now material. It's manifesting now. All that work you put in is now manifesting. In the physical, all that spiritual, all them prayers, all that 4 of Swords, resting, relaxing, calling your energy back, becoming the best version of yourself, not letting anybody, you know, take your energy. You just weren't, you were protecting your energy here with a long-term view. You might not have it at first, but you eventually got to it. And now these people, you calling your energy back, cannot build your energy, so you're clearly showing who's who here by how these people are looking and responding and acting. So what else is it we need to know? Ooh. Okay, there's a Knight of Swords energy here to go with the 7 of Pentacles. So you had a long-term view. Not only that, being hard-working, you're action-orientated, you're ambitious, you're driven to succeed. You could be assertive here. You're an intellect. I mean, you know what you're talking about. You're not a joker. You got to be taken seriously here. You know, and that's why you're able to explain things in a way that's, you know, they thought you were going to come off frantic and, you know, wild, but you're not. You're just like, nah, it's just what they're doing. And people are now seeing, because you have 3 of Cups, other people that are around you celebrating that went through the same thing. So it's like, well, if these people are going through it, then what is this? Okay, and that's when we're like, oh, it's all energy. That's what it is. All right. So what it comes down to is we're just that energy. We're the divine energy, and these are just a bunch of fucking jerk-offs that were trying to, you know, get in our 144 club. That's what they wanted, okay? But they're not getting in there, okay? We set them up. We wanted them to do that. That's how they woke us up. They woke us, we're like, what the fuck are these people attacking us for? So that was the plan. We went in there and said, all right, well, we won't know who we are, what we are, but we'll let these people know who we are, so they'll just keep attacking us, knowing that nothing could happen to us. So it was just all about, and that's how you would learn, because you would no other way would you be able to figure this out, unless you'd be like, well, why are these people attacking me? What's going on here? Why are these people dancing around the moon? Why are they chanting my name here? What is going on here? Why are they doing these spells? Yeah, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. And if you don't know, now you do, okay? Because look, 2 of Pentacles, now you know that you were too adaptable. You were too flexible to this whole situation. It didn't matter that these people knew something about you before you knew about you, okay? You were just flexible, you handled it, and you just really showed your true character here. Because if you didn't know if you knew who you were right off the bat, you would never become the way you are. You would never appreciate this the way you are now. That's what it had to be. All these betrayals had to come. All these people had to see that whatever they betrayed you for was not a wish come true, and this is how you killed all these egos, okay? And you had this with the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles seen you here the whole time. Energy finds you very sexy, they said. Sexy Queen of Wands. You also find this King of Pentacles very sexy. But, you know, they see your value. they see this is could be like a boss, you know what I mean? Like they see how you carry yourself, and they say this person's not a joke. So, and this is a fair person, you know. Could be your counterpart, could be somebody else, but I mean, I know your counterpart flip flops, obsessed with status and wealth, fucking shifty, you know, wants to be a Don Juan, but then we'll go back. But it's like you're past that now. Now you're like, all right, whatever. Like we don't give a fuck no more. See you later. And now they're like, this is what really setting people up, because now it's like they're trying to really get away, and they're still trying to stop your counterpart. But your counterpart knows that they're losing you, and they're like, they're just losing their mind right now, okay? Because you have this Four of Swords energy. You're just resting and relaxing, like we've seen. You're just calling your energy back. You're not here to play games with people. You don't care. It's not, you already been through it. There's nothing else anybody's gonna say. There's not anybody else gonna do to you. You already been through it. What else can you say? What else can you do? We ask these people, there's nothing. Because look, I don't want you're too brave, you're too courageous. There's nothing that you won't be able to overcome. You've overcome 100% of the day so far. You're going to keep overcoming them, because you're going to keep believing you are. You're going to believe that what you are, chosen earth angel, 144 club. That's why you're here. Why else would you be here? You know, you wouldn't just be like watching stuff like this. I mean, that's what I have to remember. Like, people, you just don't get into stuff like this out of nowhere. But we're learning. That's how, you know, we all help each other on the different timelines. Like, I might be on a different timeline. I'm pulling somebody else up, but then there's still people that are on that timeline that are pulling me up. And that's what we just keep doing. We're trying to keep pulling each other up to the highest timeline. We're like a bunch of crabs in a bucket working together now, though. We're not trying to pull each other down now. And the crabs, like one gets out. Now we're actually thinking about, well, we can help each other. We're all working together as crabs in a bucket now, okay? And you are the head crab here. You are that king crab. You are the king of the water signs. Cardinal sign champion. The universal heavyweight champion. So what else do we need to know? So you're resting and relaxing over here. It wasn't a wish come true with these betrayals. Okay, now look at them. Of course it wasn't. Nine of Swords. These betrayals are got them all anxious and depressed because they know you know about it. They know it's not a wish come true. They know they didn't get what they were promised. And now they're all upset about it because they don't know it, because they know you can squash them at any time, and it's like almost like you're toying with them, like a cat would toy with a mouse. You know what I mean? Just that's what you're doing with these people. It's almost like you don't even want to squash them, but it's like they're just gonna make you do it. They're not just gonna, you know, follow instructions. They're gonna keep doing. They're gonna keep, you know, doing the same thing, expecting different results. Because, look, you're this full energy. You're pure, you're innocent, you got new beginnings, and these people are still trying to attack you. That doesn't work in the universe. The universe does not. That doesn't work. That's why the King of Swords gets involved, because you can't attack a fool or a hermit. You shouldn't attack anybody, but the fact is, if you attack a fool and a hermit, that is a very violation of, you know, spiritual law, because their energies are not interacting. They don't want to interact with you. And these people think that that's okay. But now they're learning very clearly it's not okay to do stuff like that. And that's why you stayed in those energies, that hermit fool. That's what you are, the pure and innocent hermit. You stayed in it because you knew that they can't do nothing to you. You're completely protected that way. And you're resting and relaxing. Two of Pentacles adapted and shit over here. All action orientated, all driven to succeed. Yes, you are. So what else do we need to know? Anything else? I mean, we don't really have anybody here yet. Alright, so we do have this, though. This Four of Cups in reverse. So you are not rejected. Alright? And somebody's suddenly aware they want to choose happiness. There's clarity here. Acceptance. Choosing happiness. Enthusiasm. That's what this is. I mean, that's all because you rested, relaxed, you called your energy back, said, I'm not dealing with this, I'm not chasing nothing, okay? You adapted, you were flexible, you were able to build on your own, because you were action-oriented and ambitious, and Seven of Pentacles had this long-term view. These people never thought you were going to be able to do this, okay? They thought by betraying you, you were just going to be like, stab you in the back and you were going to just fucking die. But they stabbed you in the back, but you got back up. Now, it's not a wish come true because nobody's getting what they meant because you had to die for this to work. And now they're all anxious and depressed because you're up. And you're not rejected. And they're like being rejected. So it's like you're seeing exactly these projections being returned to them because of this Page of Cups energy you have. These intuitive messages now are, you know, getting you creative opportunities for you to see this stuff. So people see how you're handling this and they're saying, well, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? Can you show other people? You said, I don't know, we'll see, brother. You ain't gonna tell us what to do, we'll tell you what to do. That's how you're carrying yourself. We don't work for nobody, is what you said. Guy said. You're not here to work for people. Okay, because you got this Page of Pentacles energy. Alright, because you're manifesting, you're making things happen. You don't need nobody. You don't need to work for nobody. Yeah, well, we accept help. Yeah, sure. Okay, but we don't need you for nothing. We don't give a fuck. It's not about the money. We're going to show people it ain't about the money. We don't give a fuck. Keep it. Bury you with it. You want the money so bad, we'll bury you with it. And you see what you do with it next lifetime. See how it goes for you. Because Knight of Cups, you're very charming, you're very chivalrous, you're very loving. You put love first. That's what you do. You're going to show people that put money first that was a bad idea. And teach them a lesson. Hey, everybody has to learn a lesson sometimes. Hey, everybody takes a beating sometimes, they say. And you already took in yours. Okay, because look, now you got this 8 of Cups in reverse. So these betrayers, they want to hold on. They don't want this to end. But that's why they're all anxious to rest. Instead of just doing the right thing, coming clean, saying, all right, we fucked up, blah, blah, blah. They want to keep going with this. So that's why I said they want to keep attacking. They're just going to take themselves out. I don't even think you even realize this is happening right now. That they're still all fucked up like this. Because you're not even around these people. You're just 4 of Swords over here. 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. That's what you are. Alright, and these people, they're in this 5 of Swords energy. They wanted to win at all costs. Against you. They didn't want you to know. They wanted to do all the spiritual, lower vibrational spiritual practices against you. They wanted to dance. They wanted to chant. They wanted to fucking do whatever fucking sex magic, sex parties, whatever they thought that they were having such a good time, laughing when you were down. They thought it was so funny. They're not laughing anymore. No, they're not. Because winning at all costs. It really cost them. Cost them everything. And now they want you to take pity on them. So what else do we need to know? Okay, is that you have this Ace of Pentacles here. That you are getting this opportunity. It's here. Abundance is here. You're 9 of Pentacles. I mean, you are just clearly this Queen of Swords. You got boundaries. This is why you're able to control the situation. Because they can't get in your energy. They can't tell you something and then make you think that, they need to gaslight you. They need you to come and then try to make you think that you're crazy. But the fact is you're not giving them an opportunity. So now what they want for you is what they have to deal with. That's what they want. They want you in this 9 of Swords energy. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups in reverse energy. That's what they wanted for you. Exactly. And that's where they're at. Okay, because you, 6 of Pentacles, are going to be receiving what's meant for you. We just saw this Ace of Pentacles. You're receiving, a generous offer. I mean, you deserve this. You earned this. You are not just being handed this. This isn't something like you went through it. You really paid for this, okay? You paid enough karma. Now you're cashing it in, all right? Because you had this Page of Swords energy, because you had a thirst for knowledge. You didn't give up here. You didn't just accept what these people told you to believe. You said, let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to tell you what's happening now, okay? You said, who's in charge here? And the one guy raised his hand, and then you said, not anymore, you're not, okay? And then you gave an open hand smack, and you said, now, does anybody else have a problem with how we're going to do things here? Okay, and nobody has yet to say anything, and that's how it's going to be for you. So you're a magical gangstar. That's what magical gangstars do. In the 5D, that is. So what else is it we need to know, though, about us? I mean, we don't even have anybody here, though. So, I mean, there's no mention. I mean, we've seen you as a Queen of Swords, but we have not seen, we've seen the King of Pentacles, but I've not seen anything of who these betrayers are yet. Okay, because look, 10 of Wands reverse, they can't hold on to this any longer. This is too much of a burden for them. It's too much. There's nothing they can do. They can't hide this anymore. They're coming off people see, it's like they're sitting there trying to put a fake smile on while they're holding this fucking elephant on their back. It's it's not going to work. Because you're already building your foundation on this 10 of Cups. It's already created. That's why you have everything. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't block it. So what's going to be the end here? And then I'll get to the new deck. Alright, so and then we got this Ace of Swords here. So there's going to be mental clarity. People are seeing very clearly how these people, what they're all about here. They're seeing that you're not rejected. Okay, death's here. He says the end is here for them. He says, so very clearly people are seeing that death is here for these characters. So let's elaborate. Let's, get a little confirmation, clarification. I mean, you're receiving what's meant for you. You're not rejected. I mean, this is not the most exciting of readings. They all can't be, right? But sometimes the second one's a little bit better than the first. That tends to happen. But from this energy, I see clearly people have the mental clarity here to see that you're not rejected, that you're a manifester, you're receiving what's meant for you. You got this Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, while being in this Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles energy. So you're hardworking, action-oriented, ambitious, adaptable, flexible. You know when to rest and relax. You're not out there, overdoing it. You're not rejected. Somebody sees you as their happiness. They choose you because you're this manifest. They see how you handle this, and now you're Six of Pentacles receiving this Ace of Pentacles. People, Ace of Swords, clearly see that. And now whoever came up against you, Nine of Swords, are all anxious and depressed. Those are betrayals of not a wish come true. But they still want to hold on, though. They can't carry this burden any longer. So they have to be released. So this tells me that they're almost done. It's going to be a painful ending here. What else do we need to know? Let's find out a little bit more. Please and thank you, God. All right, so we see that you as the Seven of Pentacles. Now there's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So now we know they didn't have a long-term view here. They didn't want to work hard. They wanted you to work hard, and they wanted to come take your work. Okay, they just thought that you were going to, like I said, roll over and die, and that they were going to take whatever this was. They did not see you getting back up from this knife, this stab in the back. They did not see you getting up. And if they thought if you did that, you would be so devastated. But you're like, we didn't even care about these people that stabbed you in the back. Like, we don't give a fuck about you anyway. All right, because we're creating a new world here, a new cycle. We don't want you around anyway. We never liked you in the first place, we told those people. That's what's really killing them, because they thought that you really cared what these people thought. You're like, we don't care what you think. We never did. And now it makes it much easier to get rid of these people. So your counterpart keeps telling me, look how easy it is to get rid of these people now. We never got rid of them before. So they keep saying. So what else do we need to know? That Six of Swords reverse. That not only these people didn't have a long-term view, they were very resistant to change. They wanted to keep this going because the way things were going were benefiting them. Because they were willing to do deceitful things, nefarious things to remain in power, to keep you down. Okay, they were willing to betray, but then act like they love presenting themselves as a good person, but then doing all this crazy stuff, keeping you fucking ignorant to what the situation is and acting like they're helping you. But the fact is they're actually hurting you, and they're just doing this to siphon your energy. And then when you see what's happening, then they try to use it against you and say, oh, we do everything for you. We do. And you're like, and then if you do, then it seems like so they keep you stuck in this vicious cycle, but you somehow got out of this because these people refuse to change. They just kept doing the same thing, and you just said, and you've seen it. You know what they are. You know what they're doing. They wouldn't be avoiding it like this. You're hangman. You're forcing people to look at things from a different perspective here. You're enlightening people that these characters, betrayers, what they're all about. That's why this Ace of Swords is here. Is what it is. This is what happens when you fuck around. You get dealt with. I think I'm going to go see He-Man today. Masters of the Universe. I used to like that when I was a kid. And so we have a confirmation. We have this Two of Pentacles. So we know for sure you're adaptable, you're flexible, you are balanced. I mean, you juggled this. It wasn't like you just went in this and had to just focus. Like, you had to focus on a lot of other things, but you were able to focus on what really mattered here while handling the things that needed to be handled without, putting too much effort into it. I mean, you really did a good job here. You really, Seven of Cups, cut through this illusions, this confusion. You've showed that you're the only option here, that there is no option. You are. But this is how it had to be done. There is no other way. If, say, your counterpart just picked you right off the bat, which they wanted to, if they did, though, then how would you would have not developed into this. You would have been getting attacked, and then you would have really resented each other. Because they wouldn't have known what to do anyway. These people would have been able to project all their nastiness. They probably would have been able to continue to project addictions and fucking other stuff like loss, because you weren't even protected at this time. You didn't even know this shit was real. You might not even still think it's real, but it is. And this is what has been happening to you your whole life. Why do you think you always have been going through shit? You've always been balanced, though, flexible, adaptable. You always got through it, right? All right. And look, why you got through it? Because your Three of Swords in reverse. You recovered from heartbreak here. You're not concerned. You don't care, okay? You've been through it. You got over it. Now you're moved on, okay? And you didn't stay down. And these people need you to stay down. So it's like they're still trying to keep you down, but you're like not paying attention. You don't care. And people are just like in awe of this. That you're just completely taking down this entire community. They can't believe it. And you're doing it with this chariot, okay? Because you're running through this whole group with your chariot, limited edition, 2026, fully loaded, running them right down, okay? Hey, they got in the way, brother. Come on. They shouldn't be in the way like that, trying to block you. And that's what had to happen. You had to run them over. In the spiritual sense. Road opener. So what else do we need to know here? Road opener. Your opening roads are being opened, okay? Because look, 6 of Cups in reverse. Because there's no love here. There's no nostalgia. There's no happy memories on this side, okay? That's why you don't care. There's no happy. That's why you're not looking back like, oh, I want to go back. No, we don't want to go back. We didn't have no happy memories. We didn't like these people. Go the fuck away. Do whatever you want. You want to keep acting? You're going to destroy yourself anyway. We're not even paying attention. Okay, we're recovered from heartbreak. Because we know they watch this, okay? There is cross-watchers. There's a lot of karmic energy out there they watch. They try to how to get information on you. I mean, how do you think they try to figure stuff out? They'll think what I hear and then they'll try to put it together. But the fact is they're done. They think that nobody knows. But here's the thing, 9 of Cups. Everybody does know because you're getting your wish come true. It's clearly manifesting. It's clearly coming to fruition. And these people clearly showed that they couldn't stop it. This betrayals didn't work. Love backfired. Now you're not heartbroken. They relied on you being heartbroken and pretty much facing a painful ending. They needed you just to be completely crushed here. All right, but instead you were completely balanced with this temperance energy. You were completely balanced. You didn't roll around in the mud. That's what they needed you to do. They needed you to say, oh, you're this, you're doing witchcraft, you're doing... And then they were going to start laughing at you. Oh, that's preposterous. Look at them. They're crazy, obviously. That doesn't exist. Sick. Look, they're obviously sick in the head. I don't know what happened to them. They're in a cult, probably. That's what they tried to say. They said you were in a cult or something. But the fact is, you would never be in a cult because you wouldn't listen to anybody. You don't listen to people. We don't give a fuck what they say. You think we're going to sit there and some jerk off's going to tell us some nefarious plan to fucking do it? No, brother. We don't like that idea. That doesn't work for us. So how the fuck would we ever be? It just wouldn't make it different. It wouldn't work. You're just not built like that. That's why you are the one-man gang. You are. Nobody's going to stop you. That's for sure. And you're forcing people, hey man, to see that. They're seeing just how strong you are. They're seeing that you actually know what the fuck is going on. That you actually are aware of your powers here. They think that you are being like unaware that how powerful you are. They don't think you even know. You might not know completely how powerful you are, but you know. Now you're starting to see it. And that's why you recovered. You never thought you were going to recover from this heartbreak, right? But now look at you. You're the best. You're so happy now, aren't you? You feel good. You feel good about yourself, they told me. That's what the one guy said. So what else is? You're not recovered from heartbreak. Balance, you're completely under control here. I mean, we see what you're happening. You don't really have much else to show. You have nothing to prove. Okay, and that's why we have this 4 of Cups here, because you're rejecting whatever doesn't serve your highest good. You have nothing to prove, so anything that doesn't serve your highest good will be rejected. Okay, because you got the strength of 10 men, you got the strength of 10 women. You overcame this. You're balanced while doing it. It wasn't even like you made a big stink about this. You didn't even make a big deal about it. These people made a big deal about it. You didn't even say nothing. I don't even think you even talk to people. We don't even trust fucking the authorities. So we didn't go to anybody on these people. So nobody trusts the authorities. Like we don't trust you. Okay, that's why we have the 8th house crew. We go to the 8th house crew because they are the police department for Earth Angels. We're the ones who handle this. We are. That's what they can never understand. Why they keep going to the 8th house crew. Because we protect them. We're not like these people. We protect our own. So what else is it we need to know? Anything? All right, other than the fact that you got another confirmation that you're Knight of Swords, action-orientated, ambitious, driven to succeed. Okay, so this Knight of Swords twice, 2 of Pentacles twice, adaptable, flexible, action-orientated. I mean, you didn't focus on this heartbreak. That's how you recovered. That's why you're not rejected, because people see that you're not over there, chasing. So that's making people be attracted to you now. So you're just showing everything's energy, and this is what's happening. Perhaps maybe you're using some light codes. Why don't you use this twin flame light code, 79, 84, 31, 77. You're welcome. Look it up. All right, so that's what's happening, because the King of Swords here says that they see everything, and they've seen enough, as we've seen at the beginning. So they've seen enough of this whole situation. All right, so this is over. We're done. We're going to conclude on this, because the King of Swords has seen enough of this. He says, this enough is enough. It's time for a change, and you are that change. Okay, and how are you doing this? 3 of Wands in reverse. These people, they thought they were going to come stop you, knock down what you were building. No. It's obvious. They're not building anything. It's very obvious. That 4 of Pentacles that they were trying to hold on too tight, that they were trying to breadcrumb you, that they were trying to take from you, and now you reject that. You say, that's not for us. That doesn't work for us, brother. That's what you told them. It does not work for us. Whatever you're selling, we are not buying. So what else is it we need to know in the meantime? All right, is that now we finally know what you're dealing with. So you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this was the destiny swapper. This is who's supposed to replace you. This is the person they said was the wish come true, but they're being seen now as a 9 of Cups in reverse, because there's 6 of Cups in reverse. There's no fucking happy memories here. People are not nostalgic towards this person. They're resistant to change. They're being rejected. And you're just not even, I don't even know if you know who this person is. This is somebody who was trying to be you for a lot of years. You may not even have known this. They wanted you not to know, though. Okay, they wanted it to be so fucking ridiculous that, Ace of Wands, but you had this urge to create. You just were an inspiration. You weren't going to let this person, they wanted you to be looking at them, knowing that they ended up taking your destiny from you. This is what it was. They knew you were 144. This person thought that they were going to be like the sneak in there, like God, like they were going to outsmart God, is what they thought. Ain't that something? That you were going to be chosen and they were going to somehow sneak in there in your energy. I mean, God, all we have to say is bless their heart, this Queen of Pentacles. Bless your heart. You really tried, didn't you? But now look at you. Now you're all fucked up, aren't you? Now you don't know what to do. And now you want to blame everybody. You want to say, we're doing this to you. But the fact is, man, is we didn't come looking for you. You came looking for us. You got involved in our divine union. We didn't get involved with anything, dude. We don't even know who you are. We don't want to know who you are. And we're not going to either, because you can't hold on any longer. You're being rejected. See you later. Goodbye. You are the weakest link, okay? So goodbye. So what else is it we need to know before I really do say goodbye? Okay, is that you have this Page of Wands energy here. This person in reverse. They're not the inspiration. They don't have any potential anymore. They're just completely off balance. This Queen of Pentacles reverse. They're being seen as needy. They're trying to steal still. All right, 10 of Wands. They're carrying all this burden of what they did. They know that they can't get around this. They can't turn this on you. You're not accepting this. It's very clear that they are the ones who did this. Very clear that I better stop, because look, this is the sway. It's because look, comes out of nowhere. This devil said, I'm trying to put it in, but he caught me. He got me. Yes, he did. Look at that. How's that? That happened twice in a row, and then that devil just popped out. That's the one. All right, so let's finish this up. We got this devil here, this Queen of Pentacles. We caught them. They never thought. They thought they were going to just get right through this. They blessed their heart, we say. Okay, because remember this. You are this high priestess. You see things 10 steps ahead, okay? You clearly see that this devil was trying to get away, but you caught them, and you put them right on their head, because you're this high priestess, and you've seen what they were all about, what they were doing, because you were riding your 2026 Chariot Limited Edition, fully loaded. As this high priestess, you put an end to this devil. You have, put the end to it. You put the, really stuck it to this devil. You as this high priestess. And you're very action-oriented. You're very ambitious. Very driven to succeed. Okay, that's why 8 of Cups, you're leaving behind this devilness. You're not dealing with any of this bullshit. This Queen of Pentacles reverse, they want to replace you. Now they're getting left behind, 8 of Cups, because you have this Hierophant here. You're being socially approved. Okay, you are, institutionally supported. People see, they're like, you're not like what these people said they are, what you are. We know who you are. These people are obviously lying because they're intimidated. They were threatened by you. They thought you were going to take their jobs or whatever it is. But the fact is, you never even cared about these people, and they just did this to themselves. They did this to themselves, and they enabled you to fine-tune yourself into this high priestess. So it's going to be the end here for this high priestess. Okay, is now 4 of Swords in reverse. This devil is burnt out. He's exhausted. There's nothing else they can do. You're over here resting and relaxing. Okay, and that will be the justice here. Is this devil being seen as burnt out, exhausted. Nobody cares. He's going to get chased the fuck out, open hand smacked, kicked in his ass. and tell her to get the fuck out of town. We don't want you here no more. See you, Queen of Pentacles reverse. You're not going to be us. You can't be us. You never were going to be us. You never could be us. Okay? Because you know why you never can be us? Because we're getting our wish come true of us Two of Cups. You thought you were going to take that from us? You thought we were going to be sitting there watching? No, no, no. The Two of Cups is here for this High Priestess because we caught you, devil. You could not block it. You came out because you knew we were kingdom spouses. You knew we were high ranking. You knew it and you still couldn't block it. And now what you going to do, brother? What you going to do? Because not only is this Two of Cups here, okay, going to be, just that, but that Two of Cups is going to be built on this Ten of Cups, all right? So that's where it comes down to. And it can never, ever be knocked down, especially by no devil, okay? And that is why this devil is being sent all the way back to the lake of fire. So, see you later. See you when we see you, okay? Which will be never. So, cards don't lie. That is the truth. There you go. I like that ending. It feels good. So, what else we got? Why don't we get some oracles, some angel number oracles here for you? Love it. Devil tried to get out of there. He got you. You got him. I love it. Love it. All right, because look, you got 222 here. That's about alignment. I told you you're in lining. Okay, that's why you feel good. All right. How do you move forward? How do you move forward towards your true calling? Simply follow what brings you joy. Do what you love and love what you do. Okay, your passion and enthusiasm will be your guiding light. Okay, if something sparks your interest, follow it. These paths will lead you closer to discovering your life's purpose. Yes, they will. That's what it says. Why? Because 777. Okay, the luckiest number of all. Okay, I mean that manifested wisdom here. This message finds you in a time of uncertainty, of course. All right, because yet rest assured that you will emerge victorious from any challenges you face. I already told you. You're with the 8,000 degree. We don't lose. Okay, remember, you possess valuable life experiences and wisdoms that can inspire others. Why do you think you went through all this? Okay, what if you didn't go through nothing? What would you bring to the table? People laugh at you. Who are you, they say? What you been through? Nothing? Who are you going to tell us? Now we can say, brother, we've been through it. We know what you're going through. Okay, but sharing this wisdom will require enthusiasm and effort, but it will make a meaningful impact. Yes, it will, because you're the best. All right? I love it. I love this. I'm in a good mood now. All right, so that is what 0404, okay? Because slow down. Sometimes it's not a rush, okay? Unless you're rushing. So pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out, it says. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. You'll know who's draining you. Come on, if you don't know, you definitely know. All right, and that's why 1717's there. They're probably draining you, they said. Okay, because it's drama alert, 1717. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, and turn your focus inward. You need to reflect and consider your options, it says. Rely on your inner strength and trust that you're moving in the right direction. You may seem like a pause in activity is simply a natural part of your journey. Just because you don't see progress doesn't mean progress isn't being seen, isn't happening. Remember, a seed grows silently into a tree. People only see it, the chaos. They only see when the tree falls. That's when they hear it. They don't see when it grows. Show them when you're growing. When you're fully growing is when you say, now you want to play games now. If you start challenging people while you're still growing, they could, stunt your growth a little bit, and we don't want that. So that's why we stay away from it. So what's gonna be the crystal of the day? Black tourmaline. Why don't we do a black tourmaline? Get some protection here. Well, black tourmaline is gonna be. We're gonna get black tourmaline. Yes, it will be. We like black tourmaline. It's our favorite, but we'll see what we get. Why don't we get something black? All right, but nope, we got aquamarine. I wasn't sure myself. I was too, I got that lapis last time, but all right, so it's all about tranquility, courage, clarity. Aquamarine is a stone of calm, clarity, and heartfelt communication. It soothes stress, enhances expression, and nurtures harmony in relationships. Linked to the throat chakra, it helps you speak with your truth with grace and compassion. Aquamarine is all about the throat. I love that color too. Pisces, Aries, Gemini. I communicate with, it's a water element, of course, aquamarine, okay? I communicate with ease and embrace the flow of life. I communicate with ease and embrace the flow of life, and I communicate with ease and embrace the flow of life. Yes, you do, and that is why you are getting this Two of Cups. That is why you're getting everything that's meant for you, and that is why this devil is being left behind, because they're caught. You beat them, they lost, they can't beat you, and now you have the blueprint. You are that blueprint. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for all my new subscribers. I appreciate you. My people that have been here from the beginning, I love you. I'll see you. Peace be with you and also with you.